Alright, let's do the top 5 from episode 2 for Mr. Wolfman, 13th Wolfman. So we got the top 5 horror directors. Your favorite horror directors, I think it was. And I've got them all listed here, just down below me. And probably have music going from the first place guy, but yeah, I loved your picks here. You went with the greats, Argento, Romero, Craven, John Carpenter, and who was it, Hooper? I can't remember what the other one was, but yeah, Carpenter #1 for you, Wolfman. Yeah. Let's see how my list goes. My picks. We'll get started with number 5. I'll have to put. I'm gonna put my favorite movies from them at the end of the video. You'll see a little collage or whatever, my favorite horror directors, and my favorite movie from them. I'll put a picture of it up. And so number 5, let's get to it. Stuart Gordon. Stuart Gordon, Mr. Reanimator. From Beyond, his greatest movies: Dolls, Pit and the Pendulum, Castle Freak, Daughter of Darkness. Those are the ones I can remember anyway. But my favorite from him, Reanimator for sure. And Stuart Gordon's classic movies already. And they're just from the 80s. Yeah, he's a great director. Really caught my attention when I first saw Reanimator. I couldn't believe it. What I was watching was just out of this world. Yeah. So number 4, I chose David Cronenberg. The great Cronenberg. He's the first movie I ever saw from Cronenberg. What a way to get into watching his movies. Was Videodrome. That was the first ever movie I saw from him. And that led to, I think, Rabid and Shivers. And he has just so many. But it's Videodrome. What a trip that movie was. Just a great director. The Dead Zone, the Fly remake, who can forget that? Fucking Dead Ringers. Wow. Scanners. Shit. But Shivers and Rabid. Yeah, where's that? Rabid. I think Rabid was his first ever movie. No, it was Shivers. Okay. Shivers was ahead of Rabid. And I was just looking to see which one was first. And I think Rabid was actually the second movie I saw. Then I had to see Shivers because it was kind of a sequel in itself with it and everything. And 2 great movies to kick off his friggin' career. But Videodrome, man, that's the one for me. Like, that is one of the greatest movies ever, actually, for me. But Cronenberg, he does it in every way. I didn't see anyone actually pick Cronenberg yet when I was reading all the comments. But okay, let's go with my number 3 pick. And this will be probably not a liked pick, but have I ever gone with the flow of anything. I don't care if he hasn't been established, and he probably hasn't, but I can't go without a horror movie director list without this guy. My favorite metal guy of all time. You obviously know who I'm going to be getting to here. Like, when he went into horror movies, that was it for me. That was like a dream. I was dreaming. And of course, I'm talking about Rob Zombie. He might not, like all the other guys that we're mentioning, he might not be as established as, but to me, he was a god before he went into doing horror movies, and pretty much a lot of his videos were horror related, like his songs and everything. So he goes way beyond House of 1000 Corpses. He goes back to, for me, he goes back to like 1988 with White Zombie, and all their videos were like horror related and everything. And so it's not just House of 1000 Corpses from Rob Zombie, it's his music too. So, and I know it's horror movie directors, and my favorite movie from him is his first. I liked The Devil's Reject, I liked Halloween, I liked El Super Beasto, and I even liked Halloween 2 that he did. I don't like the fact that he did Halloween 2. Halloween, the remake, I wasn't too sure, but it was him doing the remake that got me pumped. Like, if there's gonna be, that's my one rule with remakes. If there's gonna be a remake done, it has to be done by an established horror guy, horror director, whatever. And Rob Zombie to me was established. If somebody like all these other guys had done it too, then it would have been, if a remake is done, why not by a great horror movie director dude? He's, you know, Halloween 2, I think he went to, and I think he's realized he's going a little too far, because the third one, Halloween 3D one, coming out, I don't know, whenever next year, he's done. I think he was saying that even Halloween 2 he shouldn't have been involved with, but because, yeah, it's kind of ruining the original franchise by doing these movies. But anyway, yeah, Rob Zombie for that. Number 2, George Romero, of course, who of course is going to make everyone's list. George Romero, probably the number 1 guy I'm going to pick here, but George Romero for sure will make everyone's list. Obviously. The guy's a friggin' genius. Like, Night of the Living Dead, my favorite movie of all time. All time. Like, Romero's Night of the Living Dead from 1960 is my favorite movie ever, and I know I've expressed this many, many times. Dawn of the Dead, he's done. Martin, Day of the Dead, Creepshow, for the Crazies, all about that movie. All the Dead movies, of course. Monkey Shines, there was one I forgot about. Monkey Shines, that was a great one from him too. Yeah. Land of the Dead, the newer ones. Diary of the Dead was pretty good. Just Romero and zombies go together like peanut butter and jam. I mean, that's, everyone knows that he's the king of zombies. And my number 1 pick, which you'll probably be hearing some music for it, and I didn't want to say when I was saying earlier, Wolfman, when you said Carpenter was your number 1, because he's my number 1 also, and he'd probably be a number 1 for a lot of people. Carpenter, the king, the master. You know, it could go on for. Halloween's my favorite from him. There's Halloween 2, there's The Thing, there's They Live. I'm not reading off anything for this guy. I've been following forever. I know all his movies. Village of the Damned remake, that was pretty good. Christine, The Fog, Even Halloween 3 I loved. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I loved Halloween 3. I loved it for sure. And vampires. Yeah, list goes on. Let's just put it that way. Mr. John Carpenter. You know what I was just realizing? I don't think Carpenter ever worked with Tom Savini. I don't know if someone could answer that for me, but I don't think I've ever seen Savini and Carpenter together and do a movie. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, then please tell me, because I'm actually asking. If I don't recall it ever happening. Two of the greats, the great gore master and the great director. Of course, Savini was a Romero regular, but that is my list, and hopefully you'll see my favorite movies from all these directors coming up. Now.